For the coding pre-breakout assignment, you have to write 3 Python programs. The first one is you're going to do a number guess game. So the way it's going to work is you're going to generate a random number between 0 and 100, and the user will try to guess it, and you're going to tell them how many times it took to guess the number, and you're going to tell them if their guess is higher or lower than the number that was generated. So first, how we're going to generate a random number. We're going to type from random import randint, and to make a random number between 0 and 100, we do that. Now the next thing is let's show that number. And this is going to allow us to cheat for the sake of building the program. So first, let's just test to see if it gets us the number we want. And okay, it's between 0 and 100. It's a random number. If I run it again, different random number. Okay, so now we're going to make a loop where that's going to happen while the guess is not equal to the random number, right? So we're going to have while the guess is not equal to the random number. So initially I'm just going to say guess is equal to -1. So they're not going to be equal to initially, since this is between 0 and 100 and this is -1. So this is initially true. They're not equal to each other. And here I'm going to have the guess come from the user. And if my guess is greater than the random number that I generated, then I'll tell them. And similarly, if my guess is less than the random number, now I'll tell them no, it is higher than that. And every time the user enters a guess, we're going to have some kind of a count variable, which is going to start at 0. And every time they enter a guess, we'll tell count you're equal to your old value plus 1. So this is how we're going to tell count to increase its value by +1 every time the user enters a guess. And then at the end of all that, I'll say to show the result. And if I run the program, there you go, random number is 60. Let me go and give it a 55. It's higher than that. Let's go and give it a 65. It's lower than that. Now let's go and guess it. And there you go. Congratulations, you guessed it, and 3 times.